Hey guys, Robert Webb here with the Destination NJ home selling team. Today, we're doing a market update for Basking Ridge, New Jersey. If you love this type of content and you want to keep seeing us make it, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're interested in the quarterly updates, we did those last month. We're going to bring those to you every single quarter so you can get a larger view of what's going on. But for today, let's hop into the data for April 2021 compared with April 2020. We saw 90 new homes hit the market this year in 2021 versus 28 last year, which is a 221% increase. That might sound really strange until you think about it. April and May of 2020 was the absolute low point where everyone was locked down in COVID. So we're going to see a lot more inventory this year compared with those 2 months last year. Now, of the 90 homes we saw listed, they ranged anywhere from 215,000 all the way up to $2.3 million with an average list price of $853. Compare that with last year, again, April of 2020, where we saw an average list price of $815. We have a 5% increase year over year in that list price. We saw 31 sales recorded this month with an average sales price of $638,000. Compare that with last year with an average sales price of $586. We see a 9% increase year over year in that sales price. And days on market is actually very surprising. This year in 2021, we saw 44 days on average on the market to sell. Compare that with last year, April 2020, where we saw only 35 days. It actually went up 26%, which is a very strange number when you look at all the other data of how fast things are selling. If you go back and watch some of our other market updates, you're gonna see that days on market year over year is down substantially. So this one is definitely an interesting number, and we're gonna keep an eye on it, especially as we go into May and June and everything, and bring you that data. Now, as always, we're gonna take the total inventory and break that down into single families and then take a look at townhomes and condos. On the single family side, of the 90 homes that listed, 54 of them were single families. Compare that with April of 2020, where we saw 19 single families hit the market. We have a 184% increase year over year. Again, we saw a very small amount of homes list kind of at the peak of the COVID pandemic. Now, the average list price for the single families last month was $1.1 million. Compare that with April 2020, where we saw an average list price of $983. We have an 11% increase year over year in that list price. But now actually taking a look at the sold data, which is what we all really care about, we saw an average sales price in April 2021 of $805,000 compared with last year with an average sales price of $716, representing a 12% increase year over year. So list price increase 11, sales price 12. That's a pretty good statistic. Now, the average days on market ranged true for everything else going on. It was 37 average days on market compared with last year, which was 45. That's an 18% decrease year over year. It'll be interesting to check out what the townhomes and condos look like because they're probably going to reverse that statistic. So let's jump right into it. On the townhome and condo side, we saw 36 new listings. Compare that with 9 in April 2020, that's a 300% increase year over year with an average list price of $491,000, which is a 7% increase over April 2020. That had an average list price of $461. The sold data is a little bit more strange. We saw an average sales price this year in 2021 of $406,000, which is a 3% decrease over April of 2020 that had an average sales price of $419,000. But the days on market is what skewed up the statistic from the overall data. There was an average days on market of 54 days this month in 2021 to sell compared with 22 last year in 2020, representing a 145% increase. And that number is so radically different from everything else going on in the market around us, including Basking Ridge, that we're definitely going to keep an eye on that statistic. Now, let's take a look at our featured listing. 326 Lake Road in Basking Ridge listed for $779,000 and is an absolute gem. This 4-bed, 3.5 bath sits on nearly 1.25 acres of land. The kitchen is fully updated with stunning wood floors that run throughout into all the other living spaces on the first floor. The master bedroom is an absolute treat with a beautifully renovated bathroom, a walk-in closet with built-in organizers, sure to make your friends just a little bit jealous. The yard is flat and open and just begging to be used for sports, lounging, and maybe even a pool. The basement is fully finished, adding to the living space you have available, and has a full bathroom down there. If you want to check out this house or any house that's currently on the market in Basking Ridge, just reach out to me and my team, Robert at destinationnj.com, and we'd be happy to help you. Any questions in the meantime, always reach out. Even if it's about buying, selling, the crazy market, we are here for you. I can't wait to see you next month. Have a good one.